Hey everyone, we're finally back with an all-new episode of Direct Focus. We're picking up where we left off on our journey through the directorial career of the amazing Steven Spielberg. In this episode, we'll be diving into Minority Report.
Okay, Jad, what's coming?
Double homicide, one male, one female. Killer's male, white, 40s.
Set up a perimeter and tell them we're en route.
I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks.
Give the man his hat.
The future can be seen.
All we have to run on are the images that they produce.
We see what they see.
There hasn't been a murder in 6 years. There's nothing wrong with the system. It is perfect. I agree.
Murder can be stopped.
Tell me exactly what it is you're looking for.
Flaws. You ever get any false positives?
We are arresting individuals who have broken no law.
But they will.
The fact that you prevented it from happening doesn't change the fact that it was going to happen.
The system can't be wrong.
You say something, Chief?
No.
You're in a lot of trouble, John. I have a warrant in my pocket that says murder.
Don't run.
You don't have to chase me.
From 20th Century Fox
He set me up. He set me up.
and DreamWorks Pictures.
Who's the victim? I've never heard of him, but I'm supposed to kill him in less than 36 hours.
He's coming here to get her.
Tom Cruise
I need your help. If you contain information, I need to know how to get at it.
in a Steven Spielberg film.
I have to know. I have to find out what happened in my life. You tell me, who was it that set this up?
I don't know.
How about now?
On June 21st, everybody runs. Minority Report.
This is a really exciting movie to come back to the series with. Originally, Minority Report was a story told by Philip K. Dick. It takes place in the not-so-distant future of 2054. In this future, law enforcement has been enhanced through the use of precogs. Precogs are psychics. They supply the Pre-Crime Bureau with leads and tips on crimes that they are told absolutely will happen. It's accepted that the system is flawless. John Anderton is a pre-crime officer. Anderton is a true believer in the system until he comes up as a future murderer. Anderton dives deep into the system and explores a very cool futuristic world while trying to prove his innocence. Philip K. Dick is a great scientific writer. His ideas are the basis for countless properties. Minority Report is no exception. After Fox hit big with a somewhat goofy version of Total Recall based on another K. Dick story, they wanted to develop Minority Report to be a sequel. Apparently, that was a thing for a while. Seeing the finished product in both movies, I really don't see how. Spielberg got his hands on an early draft of the script, written for another director. Tom Cruise read this version and actually approached Spielberg about doing the movie together. Spielberg wasn't quite ready, and the two titans of the industry couldn't find time that matched in their schedules. Spielberg ended up getting the rights to make the movie, but he really wanted to rework the script. He brainstormed for months, presumably while working on other projects before pen was set to paper. Once Spielberg had a story he was happy with, he got a hold of Cruise, and the two got to work. Part of Spielberg's allure in his films is the world building. Setting a movie in 2054 is a future that's not so far away people couldn't imagine it. Spielberg put together a full think tank just to design the world around the movie. He wanted a world based in fact, with trajectories coming out of our existing world. He didn't want a science fiction farce based on silver jumpsuits and jetpacks. One interesting thing that the so-called futurists came up with is that privacy was a thing of the past. We're 18 years on from that idea, and so far, they're on track to be correct. All the time Spielberg spent reworking the script and figuring out the world. A lot of talented names had come and gone from the cast. Cate Blanchett, Matt Damon, and Ian McKellen were all attached at one point. The final cast clearly did a great job, but with stellar names like that, it does make you wonder. Spielberg, always believing in himself, told Tom Cruise he had not taken an actual salary on a film in almost 2 decades. To help keep the budget under $100 million, Spielberg had convinced Cruise that they would both take a percentage of the gross and not a flat salary. Taking the percentage and betting on themselves earned them each over $100 million. To further help with the budget, Fox put out all the stops with product placement. 25% of the total budget was made up in projects. Toyota coughed up $5 million and Nokia put in $2 million. Gap, Pepsi, Amex, Reebok can also all be seen. Very prevalent in the movie. It wouldn't feel like a true Spielberg project without a fantastic score. No one makes scores as great as John Williams. Williams was once again brought in, a bit late, to do the score. Along with the score, Spielberg wanted the film to look drastic. His cinematographer bleached 40% of the color out of the frame and enhanced the lighting. This gives the world of Minority Report a very unsettling look. Far from a failure, but not exactly setting the world on fire, Minority Report opened to $35 million. It would ultimately go on to gross $358 million and was nominated for 1 Oscar, but it didn't end up winning. Well, thanks for tuning in. Direct Focus is back to your regularly scheduled YouTubing. Be sure to listen to Subwizard Podcast every week wherever you get your podcasts. Also be sure to check out subwizardpodcast.com for reviews, recommendations, merchandise, and more. Subwizard can also be found on Patreon. A little bit goes a long way and gets you bonus content every month. We love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments or leave us something on social media. All our accounts can be found after the show.